Ahoy there, YouTube! I'm back again for another Kickstarter critique, where I take a look at a different tabletop game project every weekday at 1:40 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and give you my honest thoughts on how it's being ran. And today I've got a very interesting one. Typically I go for the hottest, the newest, the biggest Kickstarter projects, but I didn't find anything that was really exciting me on Kickstarter right now that I haven't done. So I decided to go to the very bottom. I scrolled all the way to the bottom of the most popular projects on tabletop games, and I looked for the one that interested me the most down there. And right now, I'm excited to be talking about the 350th, I think it was ish, most popular tabletop games project. And I want you to take that in consideration. Yes, I just said the 350th most popular tabletop games. Not just games in general, but tabletop games. And that's why it's so important that you are able to maintain your popularity at the top of the charts, because who's browsing 350 down? I just don't think most people are. But I'm still excited to check out Inns and Outcasts, Wobblin Wagon. We'll be creating a published version of our games Inns and Outcast. Wow, that is a waste of your first sentence right there. I know that. I know how Kickstarter works. I see this right here. I don't need that. I need to know the player count. I don't need to know the time, the age, maybe the price. There's a lot more useful information that could be conveyed. And then I see an easy to what? Easy to play, easy to learn. I don't know. Main image looks like generic fantasy. I can't really see too much, but the artwork looks solid, but it's still just meh. Like, it looks just like a lot of other generic fantasy that I've seen on Kickstarter. But, as always, when we go to the video, I'm thinking three things. Do I want it? Can you do it? How much is it? An easy-to-learn game full of cunning, chaos, and coinage. Oh, wow. Theme. Ugh. What kind of game is it? Is it deck building? Is it worker placement? Is it asymmetrical? Is it cooperative? Is it one versus all? Is it I cut, you choose? No, it's cunning, chaos, and coinage. Thanks for telling me as little as possible. I assume that based on the generic theme here. So it looks okay. But anywho, let's go.
Inns and Outcasts is a short, action-packed card game. 3 to 8 players compete in a battle of skill and cunning.
So right there, immediately, first 8 seconds, I like what you're showing me. I'm in the know, so I know this is at Gen Con, I do believe. So you playtested the Gen Con, which is awesome, and I see you playtesting it, which is great, with gamers. That makes me feel more comfortable immediately. But the fact 3 to 8 players needs to be mentioned on the marquee. Anytime you go over 4 players, I think you need to be pounding your chest about that. Because how many games are capped at 2 to 4 or 2 to 5, but you're going to 8? Spotlight that.
To grab the most gold they can as quickly as possible. Players act simultaneously with little
I love that player reference card. I don't know what's on it, but I love all the information on it.
to no downtime between turns. Success isn't about strength or having better cards. Instead, it's all about playing your cards at the right time. Possibilities become narrower
So now I see it's on Tabletop Simulator, which means more playtesting, which makes me feel more comfortable.
each turn, requiring you to react to the chaos as it unfolds. Our Kickstarter is about bringing our
That was a really great shot. I love that shot. I have an idea of the size of this box. This is going to be a small box. This is going to be the kind of box I could put into a purse, put into a back pocket, put into my suitcase, take me to the bar. Ages 10 plus, 30 minutes to play. Okay, I like this video so far.
bringing our game to print in the highest quality possible.
Ooh, was that printing inside of the box? Ooh, and you showed me there was printing inside of the box as you did that spot. And what is this? Is that player reference more information right up there? I love when people use the box space. Use the storage on the box. I love that. Either make it thematic, make it gameplay helpful. Great. I really like this video.
Quality possible. Our main goal is to get our character cards printed.
Go back. We're getting on my seat for a second.
Our main
What is this?
goal
Dang it.
is to get our
Looking at the cards. Okay, decent amount of information on these cards here. Like
character cards printed, making the game's most active component as durable as it is good looking. Current character cards
What?
possible. Our main goal is to get our character cards printed, making the game's most
Okay, that right there, just take that sentence and just splice it out and ask yourself, have you ever heard someone say that sentence in a Kickstarter. That's just such an odd thing. Yeah, our goal is to print our cards. Well, yeah, I print the game, but it's just oddly specific that you would pinpoint the cards. I don't know. It's just me.
Active component as durable as it is good looking.
Okay.
Currency tokens will speed the game up while adding to the game's aesthetics and feel.
So they're spotlighting components, I guess, here, which is good. It's interesting.
Large playmats will act as
Oh, yeah. And if there's a backside on this, I think that's a misstep having them all like that. I want to see the backside as well. But awesome. Everybody gets their own. Order to play, keywords, when blocked, words here, things, symbols, numbers. Love it. Love it. This looks like it's created by a gamer for gamers, which is what I want to see.
useful reference tools to bring new players up to speed and provide better focus during play. Supporting us now will also help ensure future expansions. Each expansion bringing new characters, new locations, and interesting new mechanics. The Wobblin Wagon is just the first. Supporting us now will also help ensure future expansions.
Okay.
Each expansion brings up Inns Outcasts, a place filled with colorful characters, diverse cultures, and wild hijinks. We love fantasy worlds, and also enjoy poking fun at their most famous tropes. We've built our game to grow, but it's up to you to determine what the final shape will be. Your support.
So I kind of like what they mentioned there. They're like, hey, it's kind of like Munchkin. We're gonna poke fun at this. We're not taking ourselves too serious. And if that's the case, maybe convey that a little bit more in the main image. I guess maybe you are. Just maybe I couldn't tell from the offset. But I think that really appeals to a lot of tabletop role-playing game fans and RPG fans in general. I mean, why is Munchkin so popular? You know, there's a reason that Munchkin, for a lot of people, is their gateway game, and that's because, you know, it just dips its toes pretty deep into that fantasy world, but it satirizes it.
Will help add depth to the experience. And your voice will...
Oh, the other thing. That was what I mentioned. They also went out of their way to say, hey, we're inclusive. We got people of different colors, nationalities, all that good stuff, which is great. I mean, if you got it, spotlight it, because there's going to be a specific group of people who's like, yes. There's going to be people who are more likely to root for you than they would have if you hadn't spotlighted it.
Will help us determine what the very landscape of the world will look like. We're ready to take you on some truly amazing adventures. The only question is, are you in?
It's a pun. It's a pun. There's two ends. Okay. I thought that was a really well done video. I really did. I think the main image just bleh. Like, I have no desire. Like, I thought that was a great video. Awesome. Well, let's check out that main image. I just want to look at it again. It's just, and from here it looks good, but it's just, when you zoom it out, and this, we'll be creating a published version of our game. When you say that, it just reeks of inexperience to me. And I'm going to guess this is a first created. Yeah, it's a first created. But you don't have to reek of inexperience. You could just get rid of that sentence and just say what the game's about. How it's 3 to 8 players. How it's, you learn in what? Whatever the amount of time it takes to learn it. If it's really short, like 5 to 10 minutes. It's, you know, satirizing fantasy. I would mention that. We satirize the tabletop role-playing game. We satirize that, you know, use some buzzwords, some trigger words in there that are going to people go, oh, okay, I'm interested. And especially 3 to 8 players. You know, so I think really the main image is just, it's a whole letter grade dropped. Because that's a great video. If you can get people to that video, I think you're going to have a lot of customers, especially if you have yourself a good price. Because it is a smaller game. I'm expecting $25 or less. Let's see how much it is. So this is 65 people, most of the United States. Yep, U.S. just dominating. That's pretty much normal. No UK, though. Interesting. Normally, UK is number 2. Okay, so first graded 16 backs. I'm a game designer from Peoria, Illinois. It's the central hub for game-changing designs. I specialize in graphic design, game design, UX design, and communications. That was a mouthful, and it didn't really tell me much, except for you designed things. While I've worked on several design projects in my 4 years at Bradley University, Inns Outcasts, the Wobblin Wagon is my first attempt bringing my own design to print. I'm also an avid board gamer, it shows, and love to try new games out. Some of my current favorites are Blue Moon Cities, Citadels, Betrayal at the House on the Hill, Ex Machina, and Unspeakable Words. Don't even get me started on favorite RPG systems. We don't have that kind of time. Okay. So, I love a lot of this. I love this right here. This right here, I think, is spectacular. because it tells me that you are a gamer, you know gaming mechanisms, you know how it should play, what should be fun. Like, so this is good. Not to mention that video. I think that video is really well done. Inns Outcasts, the Wobblin Wagon, Kickstarter's live. So it's one of those ones that's just going to send you... so this looks like ads. Like, I'm worried if I click on this, it's going to take me somewhere I don't want to go. And, yeah, this website, I don't know. It's, I don't know if it really convinces me or not. Yeah, because it's just taking me all back here. I don't know. All right, and then what do you got to go here? Andy Notzel, work examples. That's what I want to see. Work examples. Mimic Cree, point and click adventure. So this is stuff that you have created. Awesome. Excellent. Hopefully that's spotlighted somewhere as well. So then we have another video. Okay. Not sure we're going video to video, but sure, let's do it. Taking the ride. It's muted? No, there it is. This reeks to me of like a rejected first video already in the first 12 seconds. Like they created this and they're like, maybe we shouldn't go with this one. Maybe we should go with something else. I don't know if that's the case. It's just in my mind, that's what I see already. And I'm glad they didn't go with this. Oh, so we're trying to get money in this game. Or something. There's some stuff going on. Oh, he's got the power to hypnotize, I guess. Okay. Okay, so I really like the animation in that video, and I really think that video does a great job of giving me kind of an idea of what we're going to do in the game. Honestly, I kind of feel like I know more about what we're going to do in the game based off that video than the first video, which I don't know if everybody would agree with that, because it's obviously very different and subjective, and sometimes I wander off. But that animation was really well done. Like, I like that. That looked really good. It showed me a little, and that honestly showed me some more of the flavor of the game. You know, the satirizing the popular tabletop role-playing game tropes, which I liked. But yeah, I think that was a smart play not going with that video. Because that video, I think you need to splice in elements of this video and that video, and I don't even know how you do it because they're just two drastically different videos. I don't know if I like having it. I don't think it should be here, though. There's much more important information than this video right here. All right, so then we have a different looking box. So that's not the box that's not the box you originally showed me, is it?
It is useful reference
because I was excited. Okay, so this is a different box. Yes, those are in fact very different boxes. This one looks much thicker as well. And now I hope that's a deluxe box, because if that's not a deluxe box, you're immediately messing with my brain, because I don't know which size box I'm going to get. Am I getting the animated one, or am I getting the digital one? So hopefully this is answered, but I don't like that. I like this, and I like this, but I don't like the fact they're different. Are you in? How to play. Our game is easy to play as 1, choose a card. 2, reveal your initiative, which I'm assuming is on the card. 3, grab your gold. The game ends when a certain player crosses, I guess I know how to play the game. No, that wasn't helpful. No. That doesn't tell me anything. So we get the animation, ask me anything, art stream, Kickstarter video, going live. None of these is what I want. There we go, gameplay. Gameplay and how to play, that's what I want to see. And okay, so hopefully that's spotlighted somewhere on the page. An hour and 5 minutes. An hour and 10 minutes. An hour and 3 minutes. And now that 30-minute time length, I'm like, whoa, I thought this was a 30-minute game. Hopefully that's just a lot of extra filler in there in those videos. But once again, I'm seeing a lot of things here that I don't like that are just, All right, so what's in the box? 8-player mats, also not a price. Why can't you just hit me with the price? Like I said, this video is really well done. Not that one. Not this one. Not the second one, but the first one. I thought that was a really well done video. And if this is a cheap enough price, I'm just like, boom, I'm insta back when I get here, because I see that you know what you should be doing. You're at conventions, you're play testing, you've got it on Tabletop Simulator, you're showing it off on Tabletop Simulator. Presumably somewhere down here, there's going to be a link for me to click on it and play it on Tabletop Simulator. And you have planted all those seeds into my brain with how well done of a video you've had. So if you just put $25 right here, I'm done. I'm just done. I'd probably back it after I get to the shipping. One head of the table card, but honestly, with a price this low, and I do remember I did a poll on this a couple months ago. If you have a price under $25, it's like 95% of the people they put so little research into it because it's like, whatever. That's such a small amount of money to a large portion of our hobby. So this is all the components: 48 cards, 8 player mats, which those are slightly bigger, 1 head of the table card, 8 table setting cards. So right now we're looking at 57 cards and 88 tokens in a rule booklet. So yeah, this should have a pretty low price, I'm gonna guess. Looks like 8 larger tarot-sized cards, a 58 card deck. So yeah. Rewards: print and play version, invitation to the Discord server. Why does this not have a price on it? And this right now really reeks of not putting in a lot of research on what Kickstarter projects look like. They do have some collaborators on here. Excellent. Which means we should have some good customer service. But let's see what they backed. Okay. That one's a bad example. Avatar. But they backed some stuff. So you should know that you should have the prices here. Like, you're talking about the rewards. You are literally giving me all the information about the reward, except for arguably the most important one, which, how much does it cost? You're making me go over to the right side, and that's not a huge deal on the PC, but on mobile, that's a whole other click that I don't want to make. And so I'm done. I'm out. Like, I'm just annoyed. Print and play version, digital wallpaper art print, all digital stretch goals, invitation to the Discord. No one's taking this. Like, I'm going to speculate that this is the lowest of the things here. You have, I don't know, we'll see. Regular customer, physical copy of the game, which once again looks different from the video version of the game. So now I'm saying, okay, so this is the box. It's thicker than what I thought, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but it takes away a little bit of the portability. I'm not going to put that in my back pocket. Probably not going to want to put that into a small purse, which dings it down a little bit, at least for me. Also, just not having the price, that's so annoying. So then we have the honored guest, which I will say they're making this relatively easy to figure out what's different. Special mention in a rule booklet, and a art print and a sticker sheet. So they're going to send you a postcard, a thing of stickers, and they're going to mention your name in the rule booklet. So this is all very, very cheap stuff for them to do. I think that's a good pledge level, I guess. I don't think most people are going to take it. And then we have the valued patron, which is also going to get you what else does it get you? It's a bigger art print. Okay, I take it back. One of these two is going to be the least popular. It's hard. It's hard to decide. Let me know in the comments, which one do you think? Oh, there's more. There's more. Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna play this game because I am very curious to see the popularity of the different pledge levels. Now, granted, this thing has only raised like $4,000, which means it's going to skew very oddly, because when you launch a Kickstarter, there's just inevitably people around you who are just like, I want to support you. I'm going to throw money at you. I might not actually want this art print or whatever the hell you're trying to get me, the sticker sheet, but I want you to succeed. And so that is something that'll throw that into a loop as well. So I'm interested to see how this is. So what else do we get? So this is a 8x10, so it's the same size, but you also get a commission card art. So pretty much the artist is going to make you a special piece of art. Okay, if your artist is down for that, totally. Legendary backers limited to 1 backer for each character, 6 backers total. Legendary backers limited to 1 backer for each character card, 6 backers total. What does that mean? I get that it's only 6, but what does the first part mean? So legendary backers are limited to 1 backer for each character card. Includes 8 copies of each legendary card. What the hell is this? So, you threw this in as well. What is this? So the Wobblin Wagon legendary deck. So you're gonna get So pretty much, they're gonna print off an extra little thing of sleeves, and they're gonna charge you a whole bunch for it, which is good. If people are down to buy that, like that's the whole CCG model, pretty much. So if you got the people to do it, good. Now that I look at this one, and the fact that you don't have the prices here is just even more annoying to me. Because I'm still just trying to figure out what the hell I'm buying, but I'm also like, how much does what the hell I'm buying cost? So literally, on this one legendary backer thing, the do I want it and the how much is it is both I don't know, and that's not what you want for the pledge level you presumably want to sell out and to carry a huge portion of your funding goal. You know, when I did a Kickstarter, we had whales that were like $500 and they got taken, and that was a huge chunk of what we made on Kickstarter. So I love having this pledge level, but this is not how you do it. It's unclear. It's super unclear. Wobblin Wagon Legendary Deck. Why do I want it? What does it do? It includes 8 copies of each legendary card. What the hell is a legendary card? How many cards grand total is it? Commission card art? What does that mean? Does that mean I'm going to get custom card art? So you're going to make me just a custom image? Or is it something from the game? Because once again, legendary backers limited to 1 backer for each character card, and now you're like 1 backer each character card. What the hell does that mean? This right here. This right here is a prime example of why this is the 350th most popular game. It's unclear, and it's annoying. And when you're 300, you're just one out of another 350, probably 380. I think there's maybe 20 or 30 things lower than this, but I just had no interest in them. I wanted to be on Board Game Geek. I wanted to know I was actually dealing with a real gamer, you know, not just someone who'd played Mousetrap 3 times as a kid and made some Mousetrap Battleship spinoff or some crap, which I'm sure you go down to the 380s, you'll probably find 2 of those. So, stretch goals. What do we got? I love that artwork. Once we get funded, we have some exciting stretch goal splits. You're not even going to tease me with 1. I always like to tease with 1, the very minimum. Because that kind of tells me which direction are you going. Are you upgrading cards? Are you adding cards? Like, if you have a banger of a first stretch goal, you get my attention. And so not having anything, don't like it. I mean, I like the fact that I know you have stretch goals, but Alright, so cool stuff about people, our story, don't care. No, nothing personal, it's just most people don't care. You know, there's 350 other Kickstarter games out right now. If you haven't told me about your personal story by now, I will never, ever, ever, ever care. You know, that's how I feel about that. Like, you gotta do that, I think, early. Like, if you want me to be invested in not just the game, but the creator behind the game, oof. Okay, so $15 US shipping for what I thought was originally a box that could fit into my back pocket, and now I think maybe it's double that size. That's not a good price. Especially if you're in the United States of America. Because this could fit in a medium flat rate padded shipping envelope. Just period. End of the discussion. That is drastically cheaper than the $15 that you're charging me right there. I think it's like $7.50 to $9. Anybody in the United States can do that. And I think that even goes to Alaska and Hawaii. So immediately, I hate the shipping area. Same with Canada. I'm pretty sure it's $18 to $20, I think, now to ship one of those medium flat rate padded shipping envelopes. And honestly, this game's small enough, you might be able to get away with a small padded envelope. Potentially. I don't know. Or somewhere in between those two. I'm sure if you actually just... But these shipping rates, these are rough. These are rough. And I'm going to guess you don't mention anything about the VAT. We're working on solutions to our international shipping prices. Once we have a better solution in place, we'll create new reward tiers with those adjusted prices for new and existing backers. Well, here's the thing. That's the kind of thing you work on before, not during. You know, and it's not just the international, it's just USA. Every part of the shipping section is just, no thanks. But let's keep going. If our shipping prices are stopping you from joining our campaign, we highly recommend you partake in our Townie reward tier. We'll be... Hey! If the shipping's too much, why don't you just go print off all 63 of those cards? This might be one of the worst shipping areas I think I've gotten into. but hopefully you cover the VAT. No, because you didn't cover the VAT. The shipping seems high all over the board, and the shipping seems high. And a lot of times, especially with how crazy shipping is now, like you can get away with saying the shipping's crazy. Everybody's like, yeah, ship's crazy, whatever. But there's still a certain point where I'm like, yeah, the shipping's crazy, but the shipping's not that crazy. And I think that's where I am with this. And once again, this goes back to what I said earlier, which was it just feels like they didn't do research on what industry standard is, on what a Kickstarter page should look like, which is really surprising to me. Like, we went through your whole page. I don't know the pledge level. I don't know about the VATs. I don't really know about the size of the box. In fact, now I'm like torn. I'm like, which size box is it? Is this box even bigger than I thought it was because it's $20, $25? Like, ugh. Okay, long-lasting design. I'm just curious. You know what? From now on, I want to read the last paragraph on every single one and see if there's anything ever of note. We're focused on developing components with high-quality construction. Card finish and cardstock quality are our chief concerns. We're only using thicker cardboard stock for all of our printed components. This is so, like, I assume this. I assume that you are not going to give me some crappy rinky-dink game. So if you're really going to mention this, at least wow me with some specs. Tell me what you're going with. All character cards also fit standard poker slate. I don't care. So yeah, okay. So let's check it out. PDF, 4 backers. PDF plus 2 backers. All right, so I called that as probably being the lowest one. Regular customer, get a physical copy of our game. So it's a small game, 15 backers. So they've sold 15 copies of the game. Like right now they have a 15 print run. Ideally, you're going to hit at least 500 if you're going to go through someone like, say, Ad Magic or something like that. But there's some places I'm pretty sure that do like 300. So we got 15. We got 4. And this one adds... Oh, I got to go back up to this damn pledge level to even try to remember this stuff. So this adds the sticker sheet, an art print, and a mention in the rule booklet. And once again, yeah, 4 people. Because you're asking $35 for a sticker sheet, an art print, to put your name in the rules? No thanks. And that makes me really wary for what we're going to get down here as well. Because is this one of these two I thought would be the lowest one. So 120. 8 backers did this one. And so this one, they get, valued patron, they get the rule booklet, the sticker sheet, but they get the Wobblin Wagon art print. So essentially, it is a $60 jump. Ooh, is that real? Is that real? Commissioned card art. What the? Oh, that's the legendary backer. This is the valued patron. Yeah, I'm on the right thing. I just want to double check. I want to make sure before I start running my mouth, because a lot of times I run my mouth and I'll be like, oh, my bad, I made a mistake. I'm an idiot. And I'm more than happy to apologize for that. And so now we're finally getting the prices. I completely forgot. We're having the damn prices discussion because we didn't have it in the first 31 minutes of this video because you just refused to put it in your story. Your story's all about you. Every single thing. I should know every single little detail except... So here's my basic mind how this should work. I should know everything in this story except for things that are covered in the updates because those should be updates to the original story. So the price, $25. Really? And so this, I think, is my biggest misstep with this. $25. 3 to 8 players. Maybe choose a different image that shows a little bit more satirical of a take. Get rid of this. Just get rid of all this. This is not good. It doesn't intrigue me. I know you're making a game. Fix some of the things I think because this could totally get funded. Like it's already hit 6,300 with 65, and so yeah. Okay, well let's get back into it. So the jump to honored guests to get stickers is there, and then we get to the valued patron. So 4 people took this. 120 people took this, where they get the Wobblin Wagon art print. No, a bigger one. 8 by 10. Oh, that's actually pretty big. Okay. But anywho, that's a big jump. And that's what I'm talking about right here. I'm going to guess that this is, like, hey, I love this guy, I'm his aunt or whatever, and it's like $120 to help him, succeed and get a dream going, whatever. They don't care about that. And I think that's probably a lot of what that is. Because either that or people really love the art. Because the art is great, though. 150, innkeeper, one backer. No, this is just something. Okay, so this is a mixed in pledge level that you didn't talk about. Because that's great. Because I love it when I go through your whole story, and then I don't even know about a pledge level. Like, I don't even know about a pledge level. And it's like, then you spring it on me over here. One person. 10 physical copies of the game. So you're getting them for $10 a pop. Okay. And you limited that to 50. Okay. Then the Legendary Guard. Legendary Guard, Legendary Backer. It's redundancy, whatever. 0. Oh, no, there's different. Oh, I see. I think I'm going to have to read all this to understand this. That's not how this should be. Become a part of Inns and Outcasts. Get custom commissioned art to replace the image of the guard card. The piece will be commissioned by a talented illustrator. Some restrictions may apply as these cards will be shared with all our legendary tier backers. You'll also receive a physical copy of the game and all this other crap. Okay. So you are going to get your own custom art card of you in the game, and then also everyone else who backs this pledge level. I think that is what that means. Include 8 copies of each legendary card. So essentially you're going to have 8 copies of this card that has you in the game. And this is actually really smart. I actually love this a million times over. I just think everything else around it is it's surrounded by a pile of garbage. Because the only reason I understood what this was actually offering me was not because of this, but because I took the time to read this. I scrolled through all the other stuff and I got to here and I said, oh, wow. So I'll have 8 copies of myself? That's a really cool game. Like, I could literally hand out my own promo cards to a game. Like, oh, you got that game? Here you go, have my promo card. That's cool. Now, you're not actually going to be in the game, which is typically how these sort of things work. But this whole side hustle where you talk to your artist and say, hey, you're willing to do this? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 times, make custom art cards for this specific person? I think that's brilliant. I think this idea needs to be stolen by a lot of companies. Because let's be honest, if Simon, or some big company came out and said, here you go, here's the whale, $150, you go $200, what we'll do is we'll give you the whale, plus we will give you 8 copies of you in the game on a card. Your own physical mini, like your own promo card for a game that you are just all in about. I think this is going to happen more in the future. Wow. Inns and Outcast. So even in this otherwise Kickstarter that I've just absolutely this is spectacular. This is a full letter grade. No, I can't give it a full letter grade. I'll give it a half letter grade. The idea is amazing, but the implementation is just ugh. Because this is where it should tell me, and it doesn't tell me the price, and it doesn't tell me what the hell I'm getting. Legendary Guard. Legendary Bard. Become a part of get custom replace the image of the Bard card. So there we go. The Legendary Bard not taken. The Legendary Mage. Are one of these taken? Or any of these taken? Yeah, so this one's taken. No, this is the Early Bird. So no one is actually taking your big pledge level. You want to know why? Oh, wait, maybe somebody has. Yeah, no, Early Bird Honored Guest. Early Bird Valued Patron. Okay, Early Bird Legendary Goblin. What is this? What? Oh, so these didn't actually get taken. It's just they were time sensitive. So one person took this. So they're the thief. This is, and I just keep scrolling, and 0 people took this, and 0 people took this, and I keep scrolling, and I just keep scrolling, and I just keep, there we go. So 2 people took the big one. Cool. I think that number would be higher if I knew what the hell it was from the description. Whew, let's get the FAQ, the updates, comments, get out of here. FAQ, why can't I get shipping to my region? Oh, yeah. So, there was the other thing. These were the very specific places that they had shipping. Yeah, so, because. That is odd. If you're going to fill out the... Because here's the thing. I'm assuming that what they're going to do is they're going to get a 500 print run, they're going to send it to their house, and they're going to ship these out individually. That's... If this were to fund, that would be the premonition that I would get. And then whatever they'd keep, they'd go back to conventions, they'd sell it off, they'd sell it through the indie tabletop thing, which I think I saw they had their logo or something on there. So it's odd that they would, because every time you ship something to the EU, the UK, or Canada from the United States of America, or even if you have to, oh god, it's the worst when you have to ship it to an army base. Those, oh man. But anytime you have to ship to one of those, you have to fill out a customs form. Unless it's changed, but I'm pretty sure it's still the same way. And so if you're already filling out customs forms to Canada, the UK, and EU, it does seem odd to me that you wouldn't ship it anywhere else. So I'm very interested to see what the answer is on this. Given this our first campaign, we wanted to limit the amount of complexity caused by shipping as much as possible. If something goes pear-shaped, we ought to be able to handle the solution personally. As such, we like to go with 4 regions. We settled on this thing. We're currently not shipping to your region. Please consider selecting I don't want your print play. Okay. It's been 1 week. Hello, thanks for supporting the project. We are a week in. Oh, so we got 1 heart grand total on 2 updates. That's bad. That's really bad. And let's see what the update looks like. Thank you for support. We were a weekend just shy of 1/3 the way to being fully funded. That is all thanks to you. Our Ask Me Anything event went well. We'll be doing another one soon. Have questions, drop them on our feedback forum. We'll be doing our next event on Friday. Join us on Twitch. As for new updates, we've added several elements to the Kickstarter page. The most exciting could be the Inns Outcasts animation. No, it's not. It's great to have on there, I suppose. But it's like, I want to get down to business. And I think the biggest problem with this campaign is you just took so goddamn long to get down to business. You have a $25 game. $25 game. So I think the best strategy for you is to spotlight that from the jump. Just say 3 to 8 players. I've play tested. Look at those reference cards. $25 and hope they don't look at the shipping section. Hope and pray they don't look at the shipping section. Because if they look at the shipping section, I imagine most people are probably going to be out, because it goes from a $25 game to a $40 game. And once again, I don't even know the size of your box. But that would be I would stop beating around the bush. Just get straight on into it. Frequently asked questions. There's an S here. Should be no S, because there's 1 frequently asked question. And I don't really need the frequently asked question in the update, because there's a frequently asked question section. I wouldn't expect updates to be in the frequently asked questions section, just like I would not expect frequently asked questions to be in the updates section. Now, granted, you know what? I take that one back. I take that one back because not everybody checks the FAQ. You know what? Strike that from the record, Your Honor. Because here's the bottom line. You want to spotlight that FAQ. I don't know. So, yeah. So, uninspiring updates always end with a question. Granted, with 65 people, it's going to be hard to get people engaged, period. Especially if you have a lot of people who just want to support you. They don't give a damn about the game. And I'm not saying that in a bad way. I had people like that. My best friend, Eric's boss, dropped like $500 on us. You think she's in there commenting? You think she's in the FAQ? Hell no. She didn't give a damn. She just wanted to support Eric. And so I get that. But it's going to be hard to... so let's see. Are you in? No comments. Oh, I thought there's no comments at all. Unfortunately, we weren't able to find a feasible way to ship to Australia. So we have one thing would actually pledge, but fortunately no shipping to Australia. So see ya later. And that right there is such a misstep to me. Because, and I would love to talk with Andrew and know, but it's like the amount of time it takes to fill out a custom forms to Canada or the UK, I'm pretty sure it's the same amount of time it takes to fill out a custom forms to Australia. I don't know. We weren't able to find a feasible way to ship to Australia, which is a shame. We have some friends who would like to get our game too. Current shipping rates put the cost about $200. Oh my god. Oh god. Oh, that's terrible. That's so bad. However, there's a way you can support our game. I don't give a damn about your print and play, especially not your $10. It was $10 for a print and play. Get the hell out of here. Get the hell out of here. $10 print and play. No, PDF copy. So that is the print and play. Why is this one so much? Because you get... Okay, so never mind. I take it back. $1 for a PDF, that's fine. Shipping to Australia is $200. That's mind-boggling to me. So I'm going to give this a final grade, and then I'm really going to Google that, because, wow! If that's the case, then I completely changed my mind. So, final grade on this one. Do I want it? No. I mean, Maybe. I mean, no. I don't. No. I don't think so. I don't think... Like, the video is really well done. But then you show me a different box, and then you don't tell me the price, and then the shipping is terrible, and then I don't see any gameplay videos that you spotlighted. I had to go to your YouTube page, and I don't see any quotes from, like, anybody. Like, you play tested with a bunch of people. Where's the quotes from people? Like, I'd love to see just you, like, hey, what'd you think about the game? Like, it's just, yeah, and then just not mentioning the prices. So do I want it? Not really. You had me with the video, and you lost me. You lost me with the main picture. Yeah, you lost me with the main image in the description. You gained me with the video, and then you lost me with the story. So I think the video is the strongest thing here. So do I want it? Not really. Can you do it? I'll give that one a check. I'm not giving it a check plus. Not giving it a check minus. They went to conventions. They set up a website, even though I don't think the website's really moving the needle. They look like they know enough about gaming. They have some ducks in a row. They raised $6,300 on their first try. That's not nothing. You come back, you retool, probably get funded. I'd mentioned the manufacturer you're going through. I'd mentioned the printer you're going through. When are we shipping these, by the way? I don't think I even looked at that. June 2022, so you're expecting it mid-next year, Origins Gen Con time. That makes sense if you were at Gen Con. So I'll give you a check there. Can you do it? How much is it? The price itself is great. The shipping is bad and unexcusably bad for your main audience, which is the United States of America. It's not, let me look at this. Flat rate, padded, USPS shipping envelope. And this is what I pound my chest about all the time. So many people could send these. And unless the price is just astronomically going up, which I don't think it is. It doesn't, damn it, show me what the price it is to ship it. I don't care what the price of getting it is. But yeah, so my final grade on this one is a D. Yeah, the video is propping it up, but I'd give this one a D. It's just, there's a reason this is 350th, and I think it's a lot of little things, but I think it all starts with that main image, which is just very uninspiring. This one sentence right here, like, that sank it for me. As soon as I read that, I was like, oh, okay. I would go and I would look at, say, 10, 20 of the most popular Kickstarter tabletop games projects. And I would just write down on a little notepad what you like that they did. Like, oh, that was nice that they did this. Oh, I like that they did this. I like that they did that. I would go look. Yeah, that's what I would do. But I want to check this. Cost to ship a small package to Australia. Because $200? That's just insanity. Small items can be shipped by air. The actual cost would vary based on distance, weight, and other things. Australia would cost... So shipping an air shipment weighing 250 kilograms, about 551 pounds, from New York to Sydney, Australia, would cost about $2,100. So let's just shrink that down and say shipping something that is 5 pounds would then cost about $216 to $238. So, it seems like it's pretty damn high. But how much does it cost to send a package to Australia? Oh, here we go. Following is a glance at cost estimates for service offered by the most popular shipping companies: USPS, Priority Mail Express International, Priority More Internet. So, I don't know. I'm not trying to solve shipping issues here. All I know is the one to the United States is that $15 is very high. Either that or you did not give me a good grasp of the size of the box, which could be the case as well, because this box and this box are different. And honestly, right there, I was done. I was done. I can't take that kind of redundancy. That one really was a big strike for me. But let me know in the comments below what's your final grades for Inns and Outcasts, the Wobblin Wagon. Also, let me know in the comments below, once a week, would you like me to go down to the bottom of Kickstarter and check out some of the projects on here, put a spotlight on them? Because this game itself, I'm sure this is probably a pretty fun game. It's just everything around it, aside from the video, I think was holding it down. But let me know in the comments below your grade, and let me know about that. And as always, thanks for your time, YouTube. Bye-bye.